In this video, we'll show you how to quickly set up a schedule like this, one where clients can make a reservation without your involvement. Clients will be able to choose between two houses and have the option to add a towel set. The price will increase dynamically during high season. If you haven't seen it yet, be sure to check out the video linked in the top corner first. In that video, we explain the benefits and features of using SuperSaaS for reservation or rental in more detail. To get started, first create a free account at supersaas.com and click Set up your first schedule on the dashboard. This will open a wizard to set the most important options. To set up a schedule where people can reserve objects or locations, select the schedule type Regular Schedule. Note that if you already have other schedules set up, this step may look slightly different. In the second step, you can choose whether you want clients to create an account before making a reservation. In our example, it makes most sense that clients can see the schedule without an account, but they need to register before booking. Therefore, we choose the second option, log in to make changes. Next, choose if the client can book one or multiple things in the same schedule. We select the option where it's more than one thing, and we enter the two houses that we want to make available for booking. You can always make changes to this later if you like. Now, choose a name for your schedule. You can change this later too. However, because this name will be part of the web address, it's important not to change it after you share the link with others. In the final step of the wizard, indicate the availability of your rental homes. You'll be able to fine-tune this later and have full flexibility over your resource availability. For this example, let's make the rental houses only available for the weekends. For opening hours, we simply select the entire day. We now choose to set the default length of the stay to 44 hours, and then set the start time to 4 p.m. This way, the rental period starts Friday at 4 and ends 44 hours later on Sunday at noon. At this point, the new schedule can already be used. But let's make some changes specific to our business. Go to Configure via the buttons above the schedule, which are only visible to you as an administrator. Let's start with a small change to the layout of the schedule. For renting homes, it makes more sense to use a schedule that shows an entire month. Go to the tab Layout. Scroll down and select Month View and Horizontal as the default view and deselect Day View as an available option. Now save the changes. If you now go back to the schedule, you'll notice that the month view is displayed by default. Next, let's add the option for the client to add towels to the reservation. Go back to Configure. Go to the tab Process. At the top of this page, you have the option to indicate which information can be entered with each reservation. We want to add a custom field, so we click Customize. Give the field a name and mark it as optional. We choose to display this field as a drop-down. If you scroll down a bit further, there's an explanation of what to fill in. The first line is the default text, which is none. The second line is the towel set with the price. While on the tab Process, we'll make some other useful changes. Scroll down to the question about the email confirmation and select Always Send a Confirmation. Next, let's send a reminder 3 days in advance of the reservation. And finally, let's give the client the option to change the reservation up to 14 days in advance. Last but not least, let's set a price for the holiday homes and configure it to adjust dynamically during the high season. Go to the Resources tab and scroll down to the section on price. To make the price change dynamically, we first need to define the pricing rules before we can select the bottom option here, so we click Set Up Pricing. First, we set the base price for the reservation to $500. Then, we create a pricing rule that increases the price by 50% between today and the end of August. Before we can add a second rule, we need to save the changes. Next, we want to add the price for the towel to the total. To do this, select Add Field to Price. The Extras field is already selected. To keep things simple, the price for the towels doesn't change based on the number of days for the reservation, but this would be easy to change. Now save the changes again. You can try out the calculation on this page by selecting the towels or changing the date. As you can see by the text at the top of the page, the pricing rules have not been enabled yet. Clicking the link brings us back to the place where we can enable them. So there we select the bottom option and we're all set to try it out. In order to see your schedule as your clients see it, you first need to copy the web address of the schedule. You can find the address on the Overview tab and also in the address bar of the browser after clicking Use. After copying the address, open it in a private window or just log out of SuperSAS and then paste the address in the address bar. In the Setup Wizard, at the beginning of this video, we chose to show the schedule but have the client log in before being able to make a booking. So the client needs to sign in here or create a new account first. Let's fast forward and see the end result. As you can see, a client can make a reservation for the weekends. Prices have increased automatically by 50% as it's high season. When selecting Towel Set as an extra, $5 is added to the price. Upon completion of the reservation, a confirmation will automatically be sent out. Optionally, you can add a custom form to the registration and/or the booking process, for example, to have clients agree to your terms and conditions. SuperSAS offers many more powerful features, and we love to show you all of them. But the best way to discover what it can do is to try it yourself for free.